Welcome back to Home Tech Decisions. In this episode, I'm going to go over some options for home security cameras. We've got a variety of options here, ranging from some budget options to some more expensive options. We've got wireless, we've got wired, a whole mixed bag. And so I'm going to break down, some of the differences, the costs, and then at the end, hopefully you'll be able to make a decision that's right for your household. The first thing to think about when selecting a video camera is where it's going to be located and what access to power you have available. Of course, the best case scenario is going to be something that's powered over Ethernet or hardwired, but in the cases where you don't have access, a battery option is a great solution that would connect wirelessly to your home network, and then you can take the battery down to recharge it. You can plug it in the back. Some of these are both battery and wired options available, or you can use like a solar adapter. So if it's out on like your deck or in a corner of your house that's difficult to reach but gets good sunlight, that would be used to recharge the battery. The next step up, and typically for indoor cameras, would be something that's plugged in. This is like the Arlo. The newer Wyze has a plug-in little tail there. They also have battery options available. And then like Reolink has a battery option as well. There's a little plug-in in the back here. And these are better, of course, when you're inside, you have access to a plug. Otherwise, if it's outdoors and you have a plug-in available, there are ones that mount into like an existing light fixture. So it would replace a floodlight and it would have a camera built in. But what's interesting to note about that is you'll want to make sure that it's okay to have that power on 24/7, because if it's connected to a switch, say it's an outdoor light, and then you turn that switch off, you've just killed power to the camera. So it's something just you want to consider ahead of time. But the best solution, of course, overall is going to be anything that's power over Ethernet. So the camera is kind of like this. They've got this Ethernet cable that comes out the back. This would mount up into like an eave of a house, or it could be mounted internally anywhere they have a connection. And so you would need to run Ethernet to that spot. Typically through the attic is how that is done, and then run to a central location, usually in a basement of a house. They drop it straight through the walls. And so if you have an NVR system, that provides the power, and it also does the recording right through there. If not, you can use a power injector. This is one from TP-Link that I use for testing. And what that does is it just takes the regular Ethernet connection and it's injecting the battery line or the power through the cable. And then it goes to the camera. That's where it's getting its power, and then it's also sending the signal back to your router, so you have a nice solid wired connection. Which brings us to our next topic, which is wired versus wireless. And so whenever possible, you always want to wire in your cameras, whether that's just an Ethernet cable in the back versus the wireless, because when it's a wireless camera, like one of these options, you're going to have that Wi-Fi delay. So that may be more noticeable in some cameras than others. I would recommend using a dedicated network just for your cameras. If you use something like Arlo or Eufy, they have their own little home bases, and the cameras are actually connecting to that base station, and that's how it's connected through, whereas others are going to connect through your home network wirelessly. And if you get too many cameras on there, you might notice a bit of a delay, or if you're accessing it remotely and you're not on the same network, there is that delay, which can be annoying at times. Ring is a popular home security system and is great if you're already using their doorbells. A subscription for one camera is $3 a month or $30 per year. A subscription for all cameras in one house is $10 a month or $100 a year. That includes cloud-based video storage of up to 60 days with subscription. This is great for anyone that has Amazon smart devices such as Echo, Fire TV, and anything that works with Ring compatible. They have options for both battery and hardwired cameras. The installation is very easy, and the hardwired versions have detection zones, whereas the battery versions adjust just based off of sensitivity. Another popular option for Google users is going to be the Nest cameras. A Nest Aware subscription is $6 a month or $60 a year for 30 days of video history. Nest Aware Plus is $12 a month or $120 a year for 60 days of event video history and 10 days of 24/7 recording. Their devices are typically compatible only with other Google devices and are available in both battery and hardwired versions. Installation, again, is very easy for these cameras. The interesting thing with the Google Nest is that it can identify people and packages, including familiar faces, when you have the Nest Aware subscription. This is nice to be able to get the notification right on your phone. Arlo is another popular option as well. They have local storage available via their hub. Their premier plan is $3 per month for one camera, $10 a month for up to 5 cameras with 2K quality and 30 days of video history. The Elite plan is $5 a month for one camera, $15 per month for up to 5 cameras with up to 4K quality and 30 days of video history. Continuous video recording is also available for an additional fee. The Arlo system works great within its own app, and it's compatible both with Amazon Alexa and the Google Assistant. They have options for both hardwired and battery, with solar adapters available. Installation is very easy. When paying for the Arlo Smart subscription, you can identify people, animals, vehicles, and packages. Eufy, which is often comparable with Arlo, is another great option. The advantage here is that there are no monthly fees for local storage on the Eufy's home-based device, which comes with 16 gigabytes of memory. That's approximately 180 days worth of footage. Cloud storage requires a subscription, which starts at $3 a month or $30 per year per device with 30 days of cloud storage. Otherwise, it's $10 a month or $100 a year for up to 10 cameras with 30 days of storage. They work within the Eufy app and also have compatibility with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. Their camera systems are available in both battery and hardwire. Installation is very easy. The app has activity zones and also gives you facial snapshot notifications when a person is detected. Wyze is a great option. The V3 camera starts around $30. They do also have an outdoor camera available. 12-second clips are included for free to the cloud for 14 days or can be stored locally with the micro SD slot. It is 1080p video quality and access via the Wyze app. Both battery and hardwire versions are available and installation is easy. The Abode, the standard package is 20 cents a day, which works out to about $6 a month, which includes 7 days of activity. A professional package is available for 66 cents a day, which works out to about $19.80 a month. This includes 30 days of storage and person detection. The cameras are accessible via the Abode app and are compatible again with Amazon Alexa and the Google Assistant. These cameras are plugged in. Installation is very easy and they include activity zones, person detection when you have the Pro plan, and you can also preview on a notification. The Swan has both Wi-Fi and what's called NVR kits available. So the Wi-Fi cameras start at about $180 and a 4K NVR kit with 4 cameras starts at around $650. They do include free cloud storage for 24 hours and local storage with 60 days available with the Secure Plus plan for $499 a month. The video quality is anywhere from 1080p to 4K. It is accessed via the Swan app. They have battery and plug-in or power over Ethernet options, as well as a solar adapter available. Installation for their Wi-Fi cameras is fairly easy to set up. However, the NVR does require you to run Ethernet cables to the different cameras. So that's more of a professional installation, and they do have that service available. Detection zones are available, as well as identification. Reolink, which is a competitor of Swan, has battery cameras that start around $110, wired cameras that start around $55, and power over Ethernet cameras for $100. A great place to start would be a NVR kit, which includes 4 cameras and a 4K unit is around $470. These devices include free 7-day storage for one camera, otherwise it's $69 for 30 days of storage for up to 10 cameras. The video quality varies depending on which device you purchase. There's 1080p and 4K options available. The system uses the Reolink app, which is very user-friendly. They have battery-operated, plug-in, and power over Ethernet options. Wi-Fi is very easy to set up again, as well as NVR, which requires those cables to be ran, so slightly more complicated. They do have adjustable detection zones. The Toucan is available for $109.95 on the website. However, we actually found it on Amazon for $89.95. This includes free 24-hour cloud storage, or you can get 7 days for $299 a month, or 90 days for $999 a month. It is 1080p, and it is accessed via the Toucan app, which is compatible with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. This is a battery-operated only camera. We did have some connectivity issues when attempting to first connect. We were able to remedy that by moving the camera closer to the router. So this might be one where if the camera is further away, you may run into some issues. NUI starts at $59.99, very affordable camera. The storage is local on the microSD cloud. They do have cloud storage available. 7 days of storage is $1 a month. 30 days of storage is $3 a month, and continuous recording is available if the camera is plugged in directly via the Amazon cloud services. The video quality is 1080p. It is accessed via the NUI app. It's compatible with Amazon Alexa and the Google Assistant. It can only be plugged in, and installation is easy. There was customizable sensitivity areas. Alright, so we've covered a lot of different options here, and we've actually tested all of these out for, I think, 6 months to a year for most of them, some of them longer. And thank you to the manufacturers that did send us these, and then we of course purchased additional cameras as well. And some of the cameras aren't pictured because they're out mounted really high up, and we didn't really want to take them down, or they're at friends' houses currently. But yeah, thank you again for everyone that's helped us test the cameras. It's a really exhausting test to have to do, because there's all the different modes and all the different resolutions and all that. But I think the best way to test them is just real world. And so we've lent the cameras out to friends and family and gotten feedback that way. So from all of that, here's kind of what my recommendations to you guys would be. If you're already paying for a subscription to Arlo, Abode, or Ring, or Nest, and you're going to add more cameras, then I would definitely stick with that ecosystem, just because you don't want to be paying for cloud subscription for 2 different devices. Now, if you want something that's a little bit more affordable and you want to store things locally, I think Eufy is a great option, as well as Arlo, just because of the local storage that they have available. Wyze is great for entry level. If you just want to check in on pets or just look at things remotely, great option. It's very affordable to get into, and the 12 seconds is plenty. If you're using it more for security, then you might want to get some continuous recording. And certainly if you want to go all out and you're really worried about security, you want to get that 24/7 recording, then Power over Ethernet 100% is the way to go. And I think both Reolink and Swan have great product offerings in that category. I would recommend paying a professional to run the Ethernet cables, just because it gets really hot up in your attic, and if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be really frustrating. And I think it was about $400 to have someone out and just run cameras to all the corners of the house and do that installation for us, and that was certainly worthwhile. So these are all great options. And there's a lot of really good resources out on YouTube. I recommend checking out Lifehackster if you're really interested in security cameras and videos. And The Hookup is another great channel if you want to go more into like NVR systems and comparing and setting up home networks. He does a lot of really cool stuff on that end of the spectrum. So be sure to check out both those channels and subscribe if you want more information.